I just get fed up with people being vulnerable or feeling vulnerable in their life. You know, not realizing that they have the capacity to defend themselves. They can look after themselves. They're stronger than they realize. And for the most part, it's not weak. You're not weak. It's just you have a respect for life. So you want to preserve life at all costs, and that's not a bad thing. That's intelligent. You know, you get these people that just want to risk their life because just for their ego, and then they die early. It's like, well done you. Well done you. No one's applauding that shit. No one's applauding that at all. It's just stupid. It's really stupid. Like literally, you had a lot of life to live. You could have had so many memories, so many beautiful moments. If you just appreciate life itself and had respect for those around you, think of the life you could have had. Instead, you chose a life of potential violence and all sorts of shit. And it's like, what's the point? There's no point. That's a wasted life, isn't it? Literally, everybody had cut away. Everybody is born with the same opportunities to an extent. Of course, some people have privilege. Some people have trauma. Some people have situations where there's neglect. So yeah, you're born into situations, but everybody has the opportunity to be free one day. Now, when I say everybody, again, it's going to depend on continents because I don't want to go too far with that shit. Because obviously, you go to certain countries and there is no freedom, and I think it's absolutely mental. But again, you know, for the majority, well, let's narrow it down, make it a bit more fair. Everybody in a given country has the same opportunities for the most part. Let's do that. So if you're in England, for instance, you've got similar opportunities. If you're in America, you've got similar opportunities. Blah blah blah. Now, you might not have the same opportunities at birth, and you may have different privileges, but you could still do things for yourself. So let's say you get to the age of 20, let's say 25, because 20 is a bit young still. Let's say 25 years old. At that point, you have the freedom to choose your own path. Now, you may not feel secure in that, and you may not have the confidence to, and you may have insecurities, and it may not be that you have the finances and resources, but you have the freedom to choose whatever you want to do. You can disown your family, you can move away, you can relocate, you can travel. You literally have everything at your disposal. So, what do you want to do with your life? That's effectively what it is. How much do you value your life to actually improve it? So anyone can do anything. You know, it's a defeatist mindset when we look at ourselves as a weak because we can accomplish so much. For instance, you could think, "Oh, I can't do it. It's always too hard." Well, it's too hard when you give up, for sure. It's too hard when you don't believe in yourself. But anyone has the capacity. For instance, let's say you want to earn money. See, me, I have morals, so I'll only do certain things, and I have goals and dreams, so I live a certain lifestyle. But I'm aware that if I wanted to make money quickly and I wanted to give up on my dreams and my morals, I could easily make money quickly. For instance, I could do the TikTok lives and I could completely change my persona and I could be something like everybody else, these little freaking robots, minions. And you could sit there and plead with people to give me money and click this shit, click this shit. Or I could do a TikTok shop and try and say, look, this product's so great. I love this product. I use it every day. It's incredible. You know, running low, this stock's running low. It's the best price. I don't do that shit. I'm not here to con people. But if I wanted to make money quickly, I could do that. So everybody has that option. That's my point. Anybody can make a little TikTok account and they have the opportunity to do that. Do they not? They do. In the same way, okay, maybe you don't want to be on camera. Okay, why don't you could easily go on eBay, for instance, find a niche, ideally something you have an interest in and you've got a knowledge of because it helps understand pricing and the value and what you're looking for, condition and all sorts. For me personally, I like collecting. I'm collecting VHS tapes at the minute. I have a nostalgia for that sort of time period. I like video games, things like this. I'm aware of all that, computers and all sorts. I'm very good with all of that. It's an interest I have, so I know all of it for the most part. Through the generations, what's current trends, all sorts of things. Just I know those things. So, for instance, if I wanted to make money on eBay, if I thought I was going to make an eBay business, I could buy video games I could buy a job lot of video games. That's what you want to look for, bundles and job lots where people are maybe selling them for 30 quid, but they come with loads. But now I know what video games are worth the most, which ones are rubbish. And then I'd have an idea. I'd look at individual games, how much they're selling on their own. And then you start figuring all this out. Now, all of a sudden, a £30 box could be a £90 sale. So now I've made £60. So now I can buy two for the price of that one box. I can next time buy three of them. And now you start to multiply. If I wanted to make a business, for instance, anyone can start a business. It just starts small. That's why you see people sell things and maybe they sell it for something for £1, and you're thinking, how the hell are you going to make money out of £1? What's the point? What's the point? But you sell 1,000 items. Either way, it's an item. That's £1,000. All of a sudden, this person that seems to be like stupid for selling it for £1 is now making a lot of money because every one adds up and they respect it. Each one adds up. Again, this is all just finances, but that's what I'm saying. Likewise, if you want to have an education and you think, you know what, I need to get some sort of like college degree thing or diplomas and all sorts of things. Okay, educate yourself. If you can't get into college, for instance, you haven't got the grades or something, then learn to get the grades. Get yourself some books, look online, do some free courses. There's always resources for people. In the same way, if you want to be physically strong, go to the gym, work from home, do workouts at home, follow some YouTube videos to do things. You know, I've got an exercise bike at home. I haven't even used it since I bought it because I liked it having it in the past, but I'm not so interested anymore. So I've got resources around the home if I choose to be exercise, really. Um, but again, every attribute of ourselves can be enhanced, and every part of our lives can improve. In the same way, if we're going to go further deeper with this, let's say you say relationships. Everybody has the capacity to be in an unhealthy relationship, and everybody has the capacity to be in a healthy relationship. It just depends how desperate you are and how much value you place on your life. So if you have self-esteem issues, you may just go with people who treat you bad because you don't feel worthy of anything better. And maybe if you was with someone better, you feel they'd leave you because you're insecure in yourself. Or maybe if you actually do have a lot of respect for yourself, you wouldn't put yourself in toxic situations because you refuse to be abused. You only put up with being respected because you respect yourself. So that goes full circle. So yeah, that maybe takes longer. But what life do you want? If you're a self-defeating person who says, I can't do anything, it's not fair, my life's always bad. So you don't even try to get out of your bubble. You don't educate yourself. You don't give yourself an opportunity to earn an income. So you don't allow yourself to be in a healthy relationship, then of course you're going to find yourself frustrated. And then you're going to look at the world as though it's unfair. But it's like, what decisions did you make? It's the same thing. If you're a bully in this life and you just go around terrorizing people, someone's either going to hurt you or you're going to get arrested, you're going to be in jail. That's your options. Eventually, because eventually you run out of luck. And that's life, you know. So yeah, it's just what you want to make of your life is really important. People can only decide that for themselves, you know. But again, like I said, we all have the capacity to achieve an awful lot in this lifetime. We also have a capacity to destroy ourselves too. For some people, it's quicker than others. Some people have, like I said at the beginning, some people have privilege that others don't. But even someone with privilege can destroy their lives. Let's say someone's born into wealth, but then they may destroy themselves with just surrounding themselves with people who don't respect them, but they don't like to be alone, so they keep buying people things, and people are only there for the money. They don't even like them, so they lie about them, betray them, always taking off them. Um, so they can't really be trusted. And as soon as that person hasn't got any money, or they get cut off, or there's an issue, they're not there to back them up. They haven't got a genuine support system. And then maybe they turn to addictions like alcohol and drugs. It destroys their life. They lost their whole identity and sense of being, and then they die early. And it's like, what a tragic life. But what you would have seen earlier on, you would have thought they've got a better life than me. They've got money. Well, let's continue the reel here. Let's keep the tape going and let's see how that unfolds. Would you have wanted that life, that privilege at an early age, but then die so young, die so miserable and empty? It's like money is a deceptive. It's like if it's just it's an illusion for the most part. It can enhance your life if you've enhanced your life. If that makes sense. If you haven't enhanced your life, it can control you and it'll actually become toxic. It'll be like Gollum with his ring. It just destroys your mind. But if your mind's pure and clear and you're healthy, then it can enhance your life, can't it? Because you can use it for good things, things that make you feel good.